Welcome to the Healthy Body. Dr. Alex here. Today, we're diving into one of the most common, yet least discussed, topics in men's health. Penis size. It's a question many men have thought about privately, sometimes for decades. Am I normal? And I'll tell you, if you've ever wondered that, you are far from alone. Millions of men silently carry doubts. Doubts built on myths, misunderstandings, and a lack of real, science-based information. These doubts can quietly eat away at confidence. They can affect intimacy. They can undermine self-esteem. So today we're going to unpack the truth. Myth versus science, fantasy versus biology, and give you the real tools to improve how you look, how you feel, and how you perform, no matter your age. Why this matters. For many men, penis size isn't just a curiosity. It gets tied to identity and self-worth. From adolescence onward, our perception of what's normal is shaped by distorted influences. Adult films, locker room talk, cultural exaggerations. The problem is, none of these are reliable benchmarks for reality. Research published in the British Journal of Urology International looked at over 15,000 men worldwide. More than 90% fell within the normal range. Yet, when surveyed, up to 60% of men say they feel dissatisfied with their size. Why? Because the comparison starts young, often with a first exposure to adult content. And here's the thing. What you see there is staged for maximum visual impact. Actors are chosen for above-average size, filmed with strategic camera angles, enhanced with lighting editing, and sometimes even digital alterations. That becomes your mental reference point. And it sticks. The role of comparison. Then you add in locker room talk, joking, boasting, and suddenly an average, healthy body can feel like it's not enough. Here's the truth. When women are surveyed, only about 5 to 10% say size is very important in a partner. The majority value connection, emotional presence, confidence. And nobody ever sat you down in health class to explain that. Not your teachers, not your doctor, and certainly not the media. So let's change that today. Measuring the right way. Before we talk about averages, we need to make sure we're measuring correctly. And here's the catch. Most men don't. It's like stepping on a broken scale. No matter how many times you check, you won't get the right number. Common mistakes? Starting at the skin instead of the pubic bone. Measuring from underneath instead of the top. Measuring when cold, anxious, or not fully aroused. Overstretching, or not stretching enough. When flaccid. In medical research, we use something called the flaccid stretched length. It's a reliable way to estimate true erect length. Here's how. Stand upright. Use a ruler or a soft measuring tape. Place it on top of the penis, starting at the pubic bone. Press gently into the fat pad. While flaccid, gently stretch the penis forward to its natural full length. Firmly, but without pain. Measure from base to tip. For girth, wrap a soft tape or string around the thickest part of the shaft. Mark where it overlaps. Then measure that length. What the data shows. A landmark 2015 study found. Average erect length, 13.2 centimeters, just over 5 inches. Average erect girth, 11.5 centimeters, about 4.5 inches around. And 90 to 95% of men fall between 10 and 16 centimeters in length. That's 4 to 6.3 inches. If you're anywhere in that range, you are medically and scientifically normal. The extremes, micropenis under 7.5 centimeters, macropenis over 24 centimeters, are rare. And they are not benchmarks for masculinity. Why perception is skewed. Adult entertainment gives a false baseline. Actors are chosen for one exaggerated feature. And even that is enhanced with camera tricks, prosthetics, and sometimes digital editing. On top of that, the penis is responsive to temperature, stress, and blood flow. It can shrink dramatically in certain conditions. Comparing your cold, relaxed state in the mirror to someone fully aroused, lit perfectly, and digitally enhanced is meaningless. The risks of chasing more. Research from UCLA shows most men who seek enlargement surgery already have normal size. Even after surgery, up to 40% remain dissatisfied. And the risks? scarring, reduced sensation, erectile dysfunction. In some cases, permanent deformity. And here's the kicker. Beyond a certain size, it doesn't mean more satisfaction. In fact, it can cause discomfort for your partner. Real tools for improvement. So, let's talk about what actually works. Tool 1. Reduce fat around the pubic area. Extra fat creates the illusion of a shorter penis. Lose 2 inches from your waist, and you can reveal up to 1.2 centimeters of visible length. Tool 2. Improve blood flow. Your penis is a vascular organ. Better circulation equals better fullness. Eat nitrate-rich foods, beets, spinach, arugula. Consider L-citrulline or L-arginine, only under medical guidance. Stay hydrated. Quit smoking. And yes, do pelvic floor exercises. Kegels aren't just for women. Tool 3. Optimize hormones. Testosterone fuels libido, circulation, and tissue responsiveness. Get a full hormone panel. Total and free testosterone SHBG, estradiol. Boost naturally, better sleep, strength training, more zinc, less alcohol. If needed, explore medically supervised therapy. Tool 4. Stop comparing, start connecting. Satisfaction comes from connection, confidence, and presence, not a number. Tool 5. Seek guidance before enhancement. If your motivation is emotional insecurity, talk to a therapist first. Body dysmorphia is real, and surgery can make it worse if you haven't addressed the root cause. The big takeaway: the majority of men are perfectly normal. You don't need to be above average on a ruler to have a healthy, satisfying sex life. What you do need is understanding, respect for your body, and habits that optimize your health. When you stop obsessing over size and start focusing on health, everything improves. Your performance, your confidence, your relationships. So what's more powerful, chasing a number, or mastering your health and your self-confidence? You already know the answer. This is Dr. Alex from The Healthy Body, reminding you, you were never too small. You were just never told the truth.